Hello, everybody. This here is where the fun begins. Right on cue.
That was beautiful. Yes.
All right, let's start off with the best. I have a thing to talk about today.
Oh, so you're starting first.
Christmas is in 2 days.
Wait.
3 days. 3 days.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's 3 days.
What is everyone's favorite Christmas movie?
Die Hard.
The Nightmare.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
We already recorded all
We've been
this.
through this once.
However, Scott accidentally pressed to update the computer then. Oh, the buttons were close, Scott. You probably hit the wrong one on accident.
Okay.
So we've been sitting in these seats rehearsing that one line for like 30 minutes now while it updated, and Scott goes, Die Hard. Even though I was the one who said Die Hard right the first
And then we all
time.
talked about how we've never seen Die Hard.
Yeah, and
But we
then-
know Professor Snape's the bad guy.
Yeah. And
And
Bruce
the dead
Willis.
guy from that one show is the good guy.
Look, you can't blame me for Windows.
You're the one that hit the restart button.
I did not. That was over there, and we had been 15 minutes into a podcast, and it's like, hey, guess what? I'm restarting.
Yeah, we're not blaming
Doesn't
you.
matter.
The buttons are closed.
We're not blaming you. It's
you.
an
I
accident.
originally said Ernest Saves Christmas, just so you know. But Die Hard's a badass Christmas movie, just so everybody
It's a
knows.
mistake that
Die
anyone
Hard
can
was the
make.
answer I was looking for because everything that I do is a quiz. It restart again. I'm kidding. But I would have also accepted Home Alone 2 because that's the best Home Alone movie of all time. Oh, yeah. Have you seen him lately? Yeah, he looked pretty rough for a while. But
He hit a rough patch, but he's getting
like
back
all
on track.
children actors do.
And that was about it. No, you were
Nightmare
about to
Before
start
Christmas.
your thing.
No, yeah, we had a whole bit where Jory had gone first, and it was like once in a lifetime that he was going to actually have like something to add.
I know.
And the computer loses the footage.
It could not.
It couldn't take.
It was just
couldn't
like,
take it.
wait, that's not Scott's voice.
Yeah.
I don't like this new voice, and it's shut down.
I was so excited,
That's
like
what it is.
genuinely,
That's
I
what
was
it is.
excited.
It's your own computer disliking the videos when you're streaming.
Yeah, yeah,
It's fine.
that's what it is.
Okay, so you had a thing.
Yeah, I got a thing.
Go, you do your thing. We're speed round because now we're behind the clock.
It's okay.
Apple Watch.
Take your thing and shove it in his face.
Yeah.
All right,
Show
so
me your thing.
I've got 5 different things that I could go with.
Let's go with 1, 3, and 5.
Man, you're really cutting out a lot of. It's okay. First thing I wanted to talk
Nice
about.
even number.
The first thing we can just skim over because we don't want to have any spoilers or anything. Star Wars Episode
Haven't
8.
seen
I know
it.
you haven't seen it.
I liked it. I thought it was good. There was one part I didn't like.
There
I
was
know what
one
you're
part
talking
that I
about.
didn't like
You
as well.
already spoiled that part for me.
We didn't say anything about it.
Yeah, I did last night on the stream.
Did we?
Yes.
That's probable.
Probably. I don't know what I said. on the
We
stream.
probably did.
Probably. But anyway, I would give it because I gave Force Awakens like a really high grade. Like it was up there.
Scale of 1 to 100.
1 to 100 for this, I would say.
For the last one.
Oh, for the
Episode
last
7.
one? Episode 7, I would give like an 80, 85.
What did you give episode 8?
Pretty high. Episode 8, maybe like a 72.
Not as good.
Not as good. Not as good, and for reasons that I think are
reckon-
justified, but I'm not going to go into them
Is
because
there
no
less
spoiler.
John Boyega? Because that's going to rank it lower for me.
No, there's more John
There's
Boyega.
more. Yeah, he
Oh,
gets.
there's more John
He
Boyega.
gets a romantic thing going on.
There's
and it's
triangles.
not just
My
Finn.
boy.
There's triangles.
It's not just not Finn. It's not
And-
just Poe.
Yeah, it's not
a
just
woman this
Poe.
time.
I don't know who Poe is. Who's Poe?
Dameron. Poe from the. He was in the.
He got very
he
little
was the-
screen time too, though. He was dead
last
most of the
time, but
movie.
this time, way up.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Anyway, go see the movie. I would say I'm saying still recommended.
I thought that they had a real nice tribute to Leia at the end.
I agree.
Old Carrie Fisher. They had like a little in memorial of.
Did y'all see that her dog was sad watching the movie? Because it recognized her.
Oh,
Oh, that is sad. Her dog though is like the cutest dog. Have you ever seen any of the like talk show things where she's on? If she's on, she has her dog with her, and the dog is like sitting in like another chair.
In a purse. It's a purse dog.
It kind of is, yeah. And one time the dog was like falling asleep, and it had its tongue like hanging out the side. And it was super. It was funny. It was great. So that dog's cute.
So what else do you got?
All right, so we skimmed through that Star Wars Episode
It's
8.
good. Go watch it.
Yeah.
Speed run.
I've also got. What I wanted to kind of open up.
7.
No. I wanted to kind of open up a conversation about virtual reality in gaming. We are kind of on the cusp of us all starting to get VR. And
I don't
No,
like
no.
that word.
By the
I don't
time,
like the word cusp.
Cusp.
I
yeah,
don't like it.
that's
It's on the cusp of my mouth.
we
It
should
leaves a bad taste
change
in my
that.
mind.
We're all on the verge of playing VR.
I thought about Verge, and I went with Cusp.
You don't go with
the
I
cusp.
chose Cusp.
Brink. It's good.
Brink. Because that tells you it's gonna
Brink's
either
a solid.
fall.
The first letter of Brink is the second letter of the alphabet, which means it's on top of its game.
Regardless of the choice of words,
Here's
what
my
is
thing.
your thing about virtual reality in gaming going forward? Because it's becoming more of a consumer-friendly, it's becoming less in cost and more about getting a system that can run it. And now you've got PlayStation that's going in. Now you've got Xbox that's going to be going in.
I like it. When I heard that you got yours, I was like, okay, yeah, it's gimmicky.
It's
this
a
and
gimmick,
that.
right?
And then
Yeah.
I went to California and I did a VR arcade,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh my god, this isn't a gimmick. This is the way of the future.
It
And that was
really
with the
is.
wonky Vive controls. If you have a Vive, you know. And then I got my Rift controls, and they're so much better.
The Vive controllers are... I love the headset better.
Yeah, the headset is better.
I like the controls for the Oculus way better.
As soon as I use my mixed reality headset, I will let you know how the controllers are.
Okay.
It hasn't moved in like 2.
No, I moved it. I tried to hook it up.
He tried to hook it up.
I didn't have a Bluetooth.
He needs to have a
dongle.
dongle because it's
But
Microsoft.
by the time this video comes out, we're gonna make you play with it.
yeah,
It's Christmas.
it would have been Thursday.
Yeah, maybe unless I'm
Yes,
busy
sir.
on Thursday.
Oh. We're gonna be without.
I actually might be.
We're
But
gonna
I
be
might not.
without.
Alright, we'll
It
just
all
let
is.
us know. It's fine. Either way,
I don't know.
we'll
Worf.
play it.
We're gonna be without.
we
Worf.
won't-
I won't, I,
have
won't, I
Worf.
won't be busy the whole night.
We'll have a rando Calrissian. Ugh. I don't know how this is gonna work.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
Regardless,
I think it's the way of the
We-
future. I think the people
yeah.
who are on the fence need to try it, and the people who are against it also need to try it.
I don't feel like it kicked off as well as they were hoping it would.
Well, I mean, it's weird.
Which it was
and
expensive.
It was
but
expensive.
it's an expensive thing to get into.
It was expensive, and it's expensive to get ready to play it too, because
Yeah.
you need a pretty beefy graphics card and CPU and all that stuff.
Well, and also they're just now releasing games like fully built for VR.
Yeah.
You know, like before it was like we have Super Hot or something like that, and we're gonna push it to VR. We have like say these sort of environments that use the teleport system, and they kind of do. Now we're getting these things that are built inside the system for VR, and you can walk through them. You can walk with your controller. Like you don't have to teleport. It's not like glitchy. It's not. They're getting
It is
better.
weird though when you're
It's
using the
super-
locomotion.
Another thing I wanted
Makes
to
me wanna
talk
throw
about,
up.
like so there's the consumer level that we're getting to, but also like what are some of more innovative ways that a publishing company or
Omnidirectional
someone,
treadmill.
well, that too. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, how do we keep people inside of it longer? Because I'm at
So,
about 2 hours, and
okay.
I'm about done.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. New business idea. Business corner. You make a pair of pants
Okay.
for your VR game.
Okay.
Okay. Now I don't know if y'all have
Well,
read
they've
some
got
sci-fi
sensors, right?
books.
What is it?
But some sci-fi books, they and an Iron Man suit. They recycle the waste so you can stay in the VR longer.
I feel like that's in Ready Player One,
All
isn't
right,
it?
all right.
Probably.
I'm gonna go with something reasonable.
Yeah.
Neural implants. You go to a place, you get a little plug put in the back of your brain.
Okay.
What you
Like
do is
the
you sit
Matrix.
down in your chair. Everything's in your head from that point. You can do whatever you want.
Because your eyes are better. Uh,
literally whatever you want.
I like that.
So you just think about walking.
You think
and
about
walk.
And you
Yeah.
picture it in your head and you do it. And whatever you think, it like paralyzes your body because it's like the neural implant is like right at the top of your spinal cord.
That seems
No, it's doable.
crazy.
Now,
It's
which
doable.
one would you do? Would you get a chip in your head, or would you wear some pants, some recycle
I
pants?
would rather have the chip. I think.
Recycle pants. That's a disease.
Recycle
custom waiting
pants
to happen.
sound just like I'm gonna be
I'll work
shitting
on
and
this
pissing
one.
in them.
Oh, speaking of which, I've done my research for this week.
Okay, yeah. Go
I've
ahead.
done
Go
my
ahead and do your
research.
little research thing.
The
What is this called?
question-
Knowledge with Mason or something.
The question last week was, do you poop yourself when you die?
Yes.
I tried to find a percentage of people that poop themselves when they die, because that was the precise question, is what percentage of people poop themselves.
Okay.
Turns out, you all do it.
I told you all do it.
That when you die, certain muscles contract and you get that rigor mortis, so you're
Now,
like,
see, you say that.
that.
What if you starve to death?
See, there's still stuff inside you.
There's
though.
still fluids inside of you.
Because
Like your bowels.
there's stuff
The
all
stuff
the way up
keeping
in
your
you.
stuff in you, the stuff like keeping it in you is your muscles. And without muscles, it just...
Because some muscles contract and they get stiff, and some muscles loosen. Like there's muscles that are constantly tight, like a sphincter, they get loosey goosey.
Loosey-goosey.
And then everything.
It might not be like a full-on poop.
No.
It might just be like...
No, I mean,
Then that's not a poop.
think about it.
it's a poop.
If your abdominal muscles are like constricting and the door is open on the other end, it's all gonna stay.
All right. Well, ask you a
It's
question for
way
next
out.
week. How close are we to neural implants?
How close are we to neural?
Like what kind of neural implants? Because those deaf people can get them and it can let them hear.
That's true. Like,
That's
so are you
an honest
saying like
thing.
For entertainment purposes.
for entertainment? purposes?
Entertainment neural implants. I will look
Okay.
into that. That will be
Yeah.
the
I'm
next
thinking,
saying, it's
I'm
a thing of the
thinking probably
future.
about like 50 more years.
50 more years.
I'm thinking like 50.
What are you thinking, Jory?
I'm thinking it's already here.
You think it's already here?
Yeah.
Bill Gates, Stephen Hawking's. He's not
Yeah.
in that chair because he has to. He's in that chair because he's playing.
He's
watching
off
YouTube.
in the other universes and stuff in his chair.
Yep. He's playing VR
He's
games.
he has the Threadripper
Yep.
in there.
The way of the
He's,
future.
he's just able to go different places.
Are y'all gonna be watching Ready Player One?
Oh yeah.
It looks interesting.
Well, they got rights for like, or they got like product rights for like the
Cameos.
DeLorean. They got product rights for like Tron. And
Not only that, but in the fight scene where you see everyone, there is Chun-Li.
yeah.
There is Tracer.
Mm-hmm.
In the
I saw
background,
Tracer.
you see Shepard, the
Yeah.
female version of Shepard.
That's cool.
You see Chucky.
So why is there's all these like video game people in there with that guy from Pawn Stars?
That is Infinity Wars,
What?
and that
Okay,
comes
you
out
said
later.
Tracer, the dude from Metroid, and Chumley from Pawn Stars. What the crap?
No, Chun-Li.
I thought you were talking about.
I was like, wait, what?
the Infinity
I
Wars.
thought you were
where-
talking about Josh Brolin or whatever.
where the guy comes out and he looks like Rick Harrison. Have y'all seen that? You know, Thanos walks out. and
Thanos
he's all,
walks out and he's like,
this is my pawn shop, and you never know what kind of Infinity Gems you're gonna
I give
buy.
it 25 cents.
25 cents. I gotta call a guy.
I gotta call a guy, but we're gonna give it 25 cents.
I thought you said Chumley.
No, it's Chun-Li.
Chun-Li from
Not
freaking
Chun-Li.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, you know, the one everyone loves.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be good. I don't know if it's gonna be good. It's gonna be entertaining.
It's gonna be a cash grab. I'm just gonna say.
Well, okay, but I really enjoyed the book.
There was a book?
Yes. It was a great book. Like, the book in and of itself was just basically, it was from the guy's perspective. It was first-person perspective. And he would go into this virtual world that basically had a bunch of Easter eggs in it. And it was from the creator of this virtual world called the Oasis. And he goes in there. There's a lot of 80s references because the creator is like, he was super into the 80s back in the day. And it was a fun like trip, like seeing a bunch of stuff from what I learned. Like I was born in the 80s, but I wasn't like there for the 80s. You know what I mean? So it was fun to learn to see all that stuff that my dad had kind of like passed on to me. You know, because like it was really neat and really nostalgic and full of like a lot of fun. So I'm hoping the movie is kind of that way too. So, but we'll see.
What's next?
Well, since we are trying to keep onto a schedule, I plan to talk about. I planned on talking about net neutrality and how it was repealed 3-2 vote. The net neutrality law.
So we still have net neutrality?
No.
No, net neutrality's
No,
gone now.
It's gone now.
Someone needs to make
It
a
was
flash
killed.
game with that guy's face, and you just you
A Jeep pie? Yeah. A shit pie? Yeah.
Well, what we need to do is have a fundraiser where you go into the thing and it's like that one game we played on Trash or Treasure with the dictators, where you just go in there and you shoot them and
yeah,
punish them. It's like
dictators.
that, but it's all for charity.
How are you gonna get
we
this out to
should
the
say.
people?
What's that?
How are you gonna get it out to the people?
We'll put it on Steam.
Can't put it on Steam.
Well, Valve's actually against like doing all that stuff.
Yeah, so they're
So
gonna get shut
hopefully
down.
they probably will get shut down by AT&T and Sprint and all them shit. I mean the only thing I have to say about it is that it's not done. Like things could be better, and it's not over yet. Like there's still things. There's still people filing lawsuits against it and stuff like that, because it was an innate right that they put it Title II, like it was supposed to be safe and secure, and there was a big FU moment in the thing to Ajit Pai, and it was really cool. And Philip DeFranco, I watched his video on it. He did an amazing job explaining it and like going through how quickly it was. It was like, I vote yay, I vote nay, I vote yay, I vote yay, I vote nay. Like, that's how quickly it happened. And then you have the people giving their closing statements and stuff like that, and one of them used a statement from Ajit Pai when they actually introduced net neutrality back in the day. He's like, one day we will overturn this law. And then she's like, thank God we will overturn this law. And he's like, and that was basically an FU to him because he said the exact same words. She quoted him exactly. It was like, man,
I don't know.
You know, it's a big deal, and I feel like there are bigger problems in the world. It's just something that we also care about. Like, there's famine, there's death, and there's war and shit like that. Like, I get it.
But see, now there's one more thing.
There's just another thing. Like, why can't we? Why does it always have to be that way? You know, I don't know. It's just this thing that it's not over yet. Call the people that get reelected in your state, and you can tell them, hey, bitch, if you don't vote to get this reenacted, then you're not getting another term. That's basically what you have to do now. Like, that's where we are. So,
Next order of business.
I mean, did y'all have anything on that?
Pretty much whatever you said. Now, what's the chances of all the guys that voted yes to ban it? What's the chances of them owning part of like an internet service?
Oh, I mean,
very, very high.
Very high. I mean, Ajit Pai was in with Verizon for years, and I'm sure he still has friends and high ups and things like that. He has favors too. Like, this is a thing that he is doing. Not because he thinks it's a good thing to do.
It's probably for personal gain.
More than likely, it's for personal. But that's politics in and of itself. Some people are good, yes, but I would say 3/4 of them have agendas. It's their job, and they're supposed to be servants of the public, but they have agendas. Like, they have things that they want to accomplish, and
let's make money.
Yeah,
money is money.
Money is money.
Making cheddar.
So 25 years ago,
a
game called
Super Mario came out.
Scaffolder came out on something called Supervision on Christmas Eve. Because there's literally nothing more interesting between now, the day of filming, and Christmas Eve. Something called Scaffolder came out on something called Supervision. Take that for what you want.
Supervision. Like
Supervision.
Like supervision.
Supervision.
Like supervision.
Not like I'm supervising you, but it's like supervision.
But that might be their play on words, right? What was it? It sounds like a VR.
Oh! 21 years ago, on Christmas Day, the Die Hard trilogy came out for PC.
Oh my God.
Yep.
We need to play those games.
We should play old games.
That would be fun.
Here's a question. What was your favorite Christmas gift you've ever gotten? What was it? A game system?
I mean, it had to have been. It probably would have been like...
You've done Christmas before,
honestly,
right? Were you too young?
I think I was too young.
Honestly, no shit. It was probably the Dreamcast, and I'll tell you why.
I never got one.
Because that Sonic Adventure game was probably the game I played one of the many times. Like, I played the shit out of that game.
I got a Sega Genesis.
I had a Sega Genesis before.
Genesis.
My dad had that before.
My mom bought me one year. They got me this off-brand Game Boy called a Tiger Gamecom. Look it up.
I know what that is, yes.
A Tiger
Gamecom, yeah.
I had one.
Played Madden, right?
No.
No, you didn't have Madden? What did you have?
I had Duke Nukem 3D.
Holy shit! They gave you Duke Nukem?
Yeah. It was touchscreen. I believe it was the first ever touchscreen thing.
Yeah. It didn't work very well, but yeah.
No, it was just in black and white. It wasn't nice at all, but it was about this big.
I probably got a Game Boy.
That looks like a...
That's it? That's it?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I got a Game Boy the next year.
Yeah, Game Boys were awesome. Game
With
Boys were
Pokemon.
I did have a Game Boy. I had a
Pokemon
Game
Gold.
Boy Advance.
Ours were black and white back in the day, dude.
You think I had the old school Game Boy where you played it like this?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That was
Had
what I had.
Tetris. I
And
had
the first
Tetris
one I had was
Blast.
Game Boy Color. That's the first one I ever got.
Was that the
Oh.
one that flipped over?
No,
No, that was
the
the SP, yeah.
That was probably
SD
my
or
favorite.
SP?
SP.
No, I had that Game Boy Advance. You just sit there in the back seat, just chilling, just
Yeah.
playing some Pokemon.
Dude, road trips made for the best road trips.
SP had the backlit screen. That's what made.
That
I
is true.
I hoped for road trips at that point because I
Yeah.
was just like, I just gotta get.
I want to
gotta
sit
get
for
Pikachu
2
level
hours and
100.
not do anything.
Yeah.
Except whenever it was at night, you couldn't ever see.
Well, you had
You had
that
to wait
little.
for the
You had the
street
little. No. Well, that
I
too.
never
I did
had
that.
it. I
But
never had the light.
finally, like after many moons at Hastings, I think I saw this little light that you could shine. It was for books.
Yep.
And I was like, dude,
This
we
is
could do this.
this is the future.
And then
gaming.
then they had some that were like you could buy for like specifically that would plug
yeah,
into
that plugged into it. Yeah.
That would run off the battery of
I never
that.
had one of those. I just always had to wait for the street lights.
Yeah.
So they're in the middle of a battle. I had to wait till you could see to shoot.
Yeah. While it's going.
Those are the good old days.
Those were the good old days. Man.
So you never did Christmas. You were too young for that.
No,
Your
but
brothers used to do Christmas, right?
yeah.
Look
pretty
at you,
sure-
Mom and Dad.
I'm pretty sure whenever Tyler was in 6th grade, I was in band with him. And he wasn't Jewish then.
No. So that's cool.
And he had the hair. I remember that much.
Oh yeah, it was all whoosh, slicked back. He played the trumpet like a nerd.
You have anything else, Scott?
I do actually.
So Supervision, sorry to interrupt
No,
you.
you're good.
Was basically like the off-brand version of a Game Boy. It was
Pretty much,
reversed.
yeah. Okay, there we go. Huh?
And they made like another copy where you could like bend it, and they took little
They
cartridges.
did. It
That's-
looks like a Game Boy.
That's like real high tech for back in the day.
That is.
You know what? The one for my Gamecom, it was like the new things, like the little 3DS game cartridges.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They were tiny, and you plugged them in. Of course, the games were kind of crap.
Yeah.
But
Well, now they can put more stuff
portable
on there.
game system with a giant screen. That's how they advertised it, and it has
That's
a
funny.
giant screen on it.
Supervision.
Supervision.
It does have kind of a.
So
giant
imagine
screen on
playing
it.
a game called Scaffolder on that.
I'm sure it was something like where you were on a scaffold.
Yeah.
So we are getting our green screens in
We
this
already
week.
got them in.
Well, yeah, we got them in Thursday.
Don't they look so good?
We don't.
What you're seeing behind us isn't even real.
Yeah, this is all.
It's
this
just
is all fake.
simulated. The real tree is behind the green screen.
It was just digitally added in.
This is all fake.
That's some high level
Fake
stuff.
news. And I was also thinking of talking about like what your thoughts were on the Cam Link. Like we have a camera that can work for it. It's just, do we want to go down that road? Should we wait for the
Here's what it is.
next
Right now
build?
we're using webcams, correct?
Yeah.
And they say they're
Yes.
1080p, but webcams can only get so good. It's 1080p, but if you look at a camera like this camera, it's also 1080p.
Yeah,
But
but,
it
it
looks
looks
better.
It
way
looks
better. The quality of it.
So
the
we found
pixels.
something that you can plug into a USB, and then you plug in, say, from that kind of camera, an HDMI into it, and it uses that as your
uses
webcam.
your webcam to stream. Pretty crazy. It's pretty
It's
pricey.
$130.
How much?
$130.
I've spent more on less.
Well, I know. It converts HDMI to basically USB.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's really weird.
It's made by Elgato, which is where we get our green screens from. Like, if anybody watches stats videos, or I don't know if One Shot Girl has them, but Stat just got his Elgato green screen in, and it's awesome. So we couldn't wait to get ours in, but they finally came in and
Let's see what Amazon has to say about this.
yeah, because Amazon is where we originally were going to get them from, and they fucked us so hard. Like, we ordered it probably, 2 months ago? No, a month ago, maybe. A month ago. And it was
a long
it was
time
out
ago.
of stock at that time.
Still says currently unavailable.
Yeah, and Amazon said, we'll get them in, and we'll let you know. Well, Elgato came on Twitter and was like, hey, these are in stock now. And we're like, we go to Amazon, and Amazon doesn't have them. Well, we've already purchased them, right? So we're just waiting for them to ship. And we go to Elgato, and they've got another store selector now. Like, you could only get it through Amazon. Well, now you can get it through Elgato store and Amazon. And now Amazon's like, we might not get these in. We're like, fuck. So we canceled our order for Amazon and went through Elgato, but
Whatever works.
at least we're getting them in. We might try to use XSplit. I don't know. It might. I don't know what's really wrong with the internet, upload.
Damn net neutrality.
It's not even that. It's
the
just
only that and time travelers.
it's just here. Yeah. That and
Screw
time.
FedEx, man.
FedEx is garbage, by the way.
That's how it happened with my graphics card.
Yeah, that they said that y'all weren't here and y'all were.
Yeah, we were actually right over here.
Yeah, we were like right in there, inside Scott's room,
Yeah.
whenever he apparently came by.
Yeah.
Didn't knock or ring the
No
doorbell.
knock, no ring-a-ding-ding. And then they said they also can't deliver on Mondays because they don't deliver on Mondays.
And I got it on a Monday.
And guess when we got it?
But
Last
that
name.
They
Answer your
don't
question.
deliver on a Monday.
Saturday, whenever we went outside and we got the note, we were like, what the crap is this? He came by. I was like, all right, whatever.
It dinged.
This was
like
at,
she was like ding, and I was like, I know it's not possible, but I'm going. And I ran in here. Jory was like right there next to me, and we opened the door, and I said hello, and she's turned around. Right, she's facing away
because she was about to leave.
Yeah, because she was about to leave, and I was like hello, and she turns around, and she's like, oh hi. I was like, hi, how's it going? So she's like, I got a package for you, and then Jory signed for it, and then he's like, well, thanks, bye. Or I know he said, I thought y'all didn't deliver on Mondays because we called about this, and they said you didn't deliver on Mondays. She didn't answer him,
She didn't say a word.
and then she left. Like, what the fuck?
Also, whenever I checked the time, it was, 11:15 whenever we left?
11:15.
11:15. What the crap is this? Check the tracking. It says 11:56 a.m. No one answered the door.
11:56. So we were in
40
our room
minutes.
talking. We were about to leave for lunch, right? So we go and we walk out the door. There's a thing right there on the door that says we were here at 11:58. We look at our watch like we're. It's 11:15. What the fuck? It's 11:58 on that card.
Time travelers, man.
Like, what the fuck?
And y'all went to get food? Right? Y'all went to do something?
We were going to Walmart.
Okay, y'all were at Walmart. They showed up at 11:58. Y'all weren't here because y'all were at Walmart. They leave a note.
That's
No,
true.
we were here at 11:58.
We
were back
actually did
before
get
that.
back before him. Yeah.
No.
Last thing. One more thing. That's all I got to talk about.
Go for it.
Moronic Beasts.
38 years ago, Super Mario came out.
Episode 20. I kind of wanted to go in a little bit deeper on this one, but we don't
Ah,
really have a whole
deeper.
lot of time.
Well,
But
cut it deep.
right. So this is like the episode. We've been going through the Underdark, and we've been in the Dark Lake for a little while now. Probably 3 episodes so far. And in the Dark Lake, Rika has been hearing all of these sorts of
Just the one voice.
just one voice, but all of the sorts of like creepiness that you can assume is in a crazy person's mind, and someone
We're
that
still
needs,
determining.
like help. We don't know if she's crazy or not, but we're digging deeper into Rika's story, and it's so cool. So if you don't know what Moronic Beast is, we play D&D, and we put it up every Wednesday. You should check it out. But Rika's story is just beginning, and at the end of this episode, there is a revelation. There is a cluster truck of just an enormous amount of hags, like sea hags. You got all different variations.
All the hags.
And it's a big grand coven, is what I'm calling it.
Yeah.
Because I've asked Spencer if like it has a name, and he doesn't really want to tell me. So I'm like, we're just gonna call it the Grand Coven right now.
We should come up. Well, like a group of crows is called a murder, right?
Ooh, yeah.
A murder of hags.
Murder of hags. Ooh. So like this big group of hags show up, and it's way more like for some of us that have played D&D, we know that hags are big deals,
Yeah.
and
We know that more than
we
one
know that
hags-
more than one is probably shit. More than 20 is probably very bad.
Yeah.
Like this is a situation we're not going to be able to fight our way out of. We have to
Oh,
somehow.
but we try.
Oh, but we're dumbasses. No, we don't. We're actually smarter than that this time.
You never
So
gave
this
us
is
any credit.
actually where we have a huge deviation from the story, like the module story, like the Out of the Abyss module.
Yeah.
This is where we have a huge deviation from that whole module, and we delve into what I can only describe as Spencer's mindfuck. Like, this is what I can assume is going to be the end-all story. Like, this is... I don't know how far or
Well, look at
further
it like
this
this.
is going to go, but, like...
When you see the dominoes stacked up, you just give a little tap.
Yeah, no.
And then it happens.
This is the tap.
This is the little tap in
And-
Rika's story.
And when it begins, it's a big tap. Like, this next episode is going to be just insanity, because it's going to be... What's cool about this next episode is I'm really excited about is that we're going to be splitting it. You're going to see 2 different views. You're going to see a view of someone who is not with the party at the time and a view of the party. So it's gonna be a really like
And
crazy.
and here's an
episode.
incentive for all of the players to watch that video.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen
We-
what the missing person went through.
I haven't actually finished editing all of his part. I'm editing our part first.
We
so that
were
I
leaving it
don't
up
know.
to speculation.
Yeah,
you said
we-
his and you meant... No.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't pointing to anyone.
But, oh my God.
There's a backstory portion of this that we have no
Demon
idea what it
lords.
is. We have no idea what it is. Like we have no idea what this backstory is about. And we've been
And
speculating.
here's the kicker. That look
We
on
wanna
Jory's
know.
face
Yeah.
tells me that there's nothing in it. It's just...
I'm just so excited.
It's just him sitting next to a whole bunch of hags. He's like, yeah.
They let me
Okay.
watch.
It's like,
They let me watch.
Oh.
I cannot wait, honestly, to finish this part so that I can start editing his in.
Prepare for the Vegas spoilers you've ever seen in your
Oh.
entire
See, that's what I'm
No.
expecting. I'm like,
I'm not expecting
oh,
that.
it's going to be great.
So Caston and Rika, this is like a big story arc that's coming up. So, and it's going to involve both of them, and somehow it's going to involve us. We don't know. Me personally, and Mason, and like the rest of the cast really don't know, except for probably Bailey will know Rika's story. Caston will know his own. Like they don't really know each other's, but we don't, as a collective cast, have no clue.
I have little tidbits from what I've been talking to Spencer about. Because, I talk to him, he talks to me because we're brothers. But
Y'all-
I know...
Y'all are in each other sometimes.
What?
I mean,
What'd you say? Anyways, I have a little bit of an idea of where y'all's stories were months and months and months ago. I didn't get any of yours. I have no idea. Have a little bit of yours.
well, we know how we
Only-
have a little bit of mine now because of what's progressed.
Yeah, but yeah, I know a little bit of
It's-
Bailey's. I kind of like have bits and pieces, like a little taste.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to tell you this. I'm not sure if I got the chance to, but
Okay.
in our Thursday night game that y'all don't play,
Yeah.
we're gonna be going through a dungeon crawl on the days our DM doesn't have anything planned.
Mm-hmm.
And Spencer and I rolled really well for our backstories because in Xanathars you can roll for backstories and stuff.
Right, yeah.
And so it turned out that in one of my backstory quests, because you roll on these tables,
Yeah.
I rolled a quest where I made a person mad. It was an elderly human monk sailor.
Are you shitting me?
I am not.
So it's
I
Store
s-
Brightwood.
I told Spencer. I was like, all right, let's see who I pissed off this time. Okay, he's a
And
human.
what are you in that game?
I am a halfling sorcerer.
There could be all these. Oh, sorcerer, huh?
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I was like,
that could play into that.
I was like, okay, let's see. It's a human. It's a monk. Okay. He's a sailor. Let's see if he's alive or dead. Oh, he's alive. But he's not doing good. You're
Well,
not
no, I'm
doing
never
good.
doing
You're
good.
not doing good. Is how it rolled out. You're alive, so I didn't kill you.
Yeah.
You don't like me very much, and
Yeah.
you're not doing good either financially or emotionally or
And
something like
what's your
that.
character's
I'm not
name?
doing good emotionally.
That character's name is gonna be Lyle, because I rolled.
Just in case.
Lyle.
Someone,
Just in
someone gets
case,
his name
yeah.
wrong.
Just in case we need to like
Yeah.
bring him in. But yes, this will kick off the three-part, maybe four, possibly four. It might actually be four, but it's going to be called the Trial of the Grand Coven, and it's 3 to 4 parts, and it's just going to be an intense trial.
You know what was
now know.
intense? The flames of that fireball.
Oh my god. Yes, and you just got that in this episode was
Yep.
the necklace of fireballs.
Yep.
So that is going to play into very quickly. This
Very
thing.
quickly.
So so I think that's kind of I'm just so excited, and I hope that y'all get excited because honestly,
I
like
do need to watch it. It's a good show.
it's so good.
It's a good show.
It's fun
I bring snacks
to watch it.
to play it.
Okay. Anything else,
Anything
Jory?
else?
That you want to add about your character that we have no clue about?
No.
You want to confess anything before?
Confess.
No, there's nothing to confess.
We're gonna learn in we've already learned.
We're learning. No, we
Wait,
haven't
no.
yet. We're
We will
learning on
learn in a
Wednesday.
week.
Yep.
I'm telling you, there's nothing that you're gonna learn out of that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, whatever.
I will analyze.
There's tidbits we can pick out of it.
Yeah, we'll
There's
find
something,
something.
we can pick out.
There's a little
And
meat
apparently
left on the
there's
bones.
something really, like a really huge revelation for him.
Ooh.
because of something that he either gathers or gets or something.
Oh, yeah, but y'all already know about that.
Spider gems.
Sort of. No, not spider gems. That's old.
A long time ago.
That's old.
You see, that's where they
news.
get you.
That's where they get
It's
you.
the things that you think that you did early that they didn't forget, but they remembered. Like someone casting